What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And imagine for a second that you're the developers of the upcoming game Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You planned out a release date for April 24th, a time frame where there aren't any other major releases. It looks like smooth sailing. You're primed and ready to release your game and hopefully top the Steam charts, but then all of a sudden you get blindsided.
What the hell was that?
The Oblivion Remaster. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster came out of nowhere and sucked all the oxygen out of the room for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which is too bad, because I was rooting for this game to succeed. I love turn-based combat with a fiery passion, and having a game like this succeed would potentially help that genre see a revival. Unfortunately for Clair Obscur, though, Elder Scrolls Oblivion is just about the only thing that people are talking about in gaming right now. Even with positive word of mouth coming from all the critics who reviewed Clair Obscur, and even with no controversies whatsoever, the game has an extremely interesting premise for a story, and they even enlisted Charlie Cox, the man who plays Daredevil in the Marvel show. They got him to do voice acting for this game. Hell, even the characters in the game look good. They are distinctly masculine and feminine, and they clearly aren't designed with diversity quotas in mind.
Bless you, laddie.
But none of that is going to help this game overcome their sudden competition in Elder Scrolls. Clair Obscur is sitting currently at the number 4 spot on the Steam top sellers list, and it will likely hit number 2 when it drops tomorrow, but I struggle to believe it can overcome Oblivion, which is disappointing considering what I was hoping this game, Clair Obscur, would do for turn-based combat.
Go! I got you. I got you, brother. Oh, no, you don't. What are you doing?
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. The first part of the novel that I've written, a dark fantasy story called The Darkest Heritage, will be available to members only this coming Friday. The book itself will be available to purchase on Amazon in the near future, but in the meantime, if you want to support alternatives to mainstream culture, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member for as little as $5 a month. In any event, let's look at Clair Obscur Expedition 33 as I come to terms personally with the fact that turn-based games are clearly destined to remain in the shadows as a niche genre for the foreseeable future. Here's the thing. I look at all the trailers for this game and all the videos I see discussing it, and there isn't much traffic for it, despite the fact that Clair Obscur is getting positive word of mouth in a big way. I mean, look at the Metacritic score for the game. It has a 92 out of 100 from the critics, which is a sterling score, particularly impressive considering this is coming from a studio called Sandfall Interactive. That's not exactly BioWare or Rockstar or a well-known studio like that. These guys are a small new studio, so the shills in gaming journalism aren't necessarily as incentivized to shill for them as they are for other studios, but they still got a 92 out of 100. Let's read some of what these critics have to say about the game. Gamers Heroes gave it a perfect 100 and said, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a work of art. Its flawless hybrid combat system joins a cast of characters that tells a story rivaling the very best this medium has ever offered. Game pressure also gave it a 100, and they said, simply put, Sandfall Interactive's debut game is a masterclass in presentation, storytelling, and gameplay. It's a game you need to play to experience. PlayStation Universe gave it a 95 and said, I do not say this spontaneously or hyperbolically, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a generational RPG. The quality of writing is pitch perfect at every step, vividly depicting the somber world and its tragic circumstances with glorious technique. Combat always feels rewarding when successful, but it can feel like a slog if you don't get the hang of the parry and trait systems. The linear nature of the game helps to balance out the lack of minimap, so try and not let those factors keep you away from at least trying this brilliant game. Hell, even IGN took time out of their busy schedule of giving games a 7 no matter what to actually review this thing and give it a 90 out of 100. They said, wearing its inspirations on its sleeve, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 paints itself into the pantheon of great RPGs with a brilliant combat system and a gripping, harrowing story. And then, on the bottom end of the review spectrum, there were a few critics who gave it an 80 out of 100, but that is currently as low as it gets for this game. Gaming Bible is one such critic who scored it as an 80, and they wrote, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is, thankfully, more wonderful than it is disappointing. It whisks the player away into a truly impactful world with a powerful and emotional story bubbling away, enhanced by some stellar acting. There were moments I was brought to spilling a couple of tears, alongside some that had me laughing riotously. The battles, which can so often feel stagnant in a bustling genre, are refreshing, tactical, and delightful. This is a wonderfully imaginative game bursting with identity, and it has a lot to say about important topics. Yes, the path is a bit muddy and cumbersome, but the destination is worth it, and the journey is magical. Now, as long as they aren't going overboard on having something to say about important topics, that's a slight red flag to hear, but as long as they don't go overboard, I don't imagine it's a major problem. People haven't talked about this sort of thing being a problem in this game. But the common theme that you'll hear about this game is that the story is gripping. I personally love the premise. In a nutshell, it goes like this. The game takes place in a world where every year a villain called the Paintress paints a new number on her canvas, and every human who is that age just keels over and dies. Every year, that number descends by 1, and eventually all people will be extinct because of this. The story takes place in the year where the Paintress is going to paint the number 33, and so the people send an expedition every year made up of people who are the appropriate age who will die from the number being painted. They send this expedition into the harsh land where the Paintress is from in order to try to find a way to stop her. This is the year that 33 will be painted, hence the term Expedition 33. To top it off, the characters look great. There are no controversies, at least so far, surrounding this game. It's a new studio with no baggage, and frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing them succeed as long as they keep out of the culture war shit and just make a fun game. If you're the sort of person who also digs turn-based combat, I recommend that you at least look into this game. I read that the developers think the game will form another Barbenheimer situation, similar to when the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer were both crushing it at the box office at the same time a few years ago. I doubt that Clair Obscur comes anywhere near Elder Scrolls and creates this kind of dynamic, I'm afraid, but who knows? Maybe, if the word of mouth is good enough, it could happen. I recommend that you watch gameplay of this game and make sure that it's something you like, and if it is, then spread the word. As I said, I sincerely doubt it will beat Elder Scrolls, but it would be nice to show developers that there is some real enthusiasm for this turn-based genre if it is done correctly. In any case, I'm going to leave it there. Do you plan on picking up Clair Obscur Expedition 33? Why or why not? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.